Welcome to this June 9th, 2026 YouTube live stream. I'm your host, Justin Mack. Here at McDermott Media. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got a big show for you today. Big show here at the Freedom Podcast. We published a new YouTube video yesterday. Make sure you go watch that new YouTube video. The Legal Shield, how to record police without getting arrested. New video. New video we put together to help out some of the less informed, some of the newer, younger generation of cop watchers. Some of you may already have that information, have that knowledge, but there's a new, younger generation coming up that need to be educated as well on their constitutional rights. Knowledge, welcome. Welcome. So yeah, on our last video, our newest video, respond to some comments from our recent video. Had a Mexican come in there from LA, come into my comment section and talking about, said you spoke through the video I'm not even gonna read the whole comment, but everybody's talking about teaching people something new. A lot of people don't know those things. A lot of people are new to the cop watch movement, recording police. Not everybody's been doing it for years and years. I think these Mexicans out in LA trying to tell me about educating the cop watch community, they need to work on cleaning up LA and all the foreign illegal aliens out in LA. For all I know, this Mexican, if he's out in LA, there's a 75% chance if he's in LA and he's Mexican, he's an illegal alien. So he can just shut the fuck up himself. Go back to Mexico. Where's ICE when you need him? That's my response to some Mexican from LA talking to me about civil rights education. Where's ICE? 75% chance if he's from LA and he's Mexican, he's an illegal alien. Probably not only that, but an illegal alien with AIDS. He's out there in LA. So yeah, we're talking the Carmelo Anthony trial. Is Carmelo Anthony guilty? What do y'all think? Carmelo Anthony guilty? Seems pretty cut and dry, an easy case of, I think it's first degree murder. Carmelo Anthony took a knife to school grounds to a track meet, went to a location where he wasn't supposed to be, underneath another team's tent, and then he refused to leave, was asked 15 times or more to leave. He refused to leave. He went there, appears with intent to seriously injure or kill someone. And that's just what he did. He took the life of Austin Metcalf. It looked like it was premeditated murder by Carmelo Anthony. And in Texas, they have capital punishment. So many people say what needs to happen is they need to kill Carmelo Anthony to make this right. That's the only way to make this, to kill Carmelo Anthony with the justice system, with a rope, lethal injection. I believe they have multiple ways still in Texas, mostly lethal injection, but they can bring back the rope, public hangings. That'd be a quick way to start cleaning up America from the super predators like Carmelo Anthony. We can't function as a society like this with super predators roaming around like Carmelo Anthony that keep getting let out by radical activist judges, like ones in Jackson, Michigan, Allison Batestein, straight from California, Michael Clarenstein. Aiding and abetting, harboring and concealing the illegal alien in Jackson, Michigan. Maybe they need them for their votes. They probably need them for their cheap labor and for their votes. They pack the Michigan voter rolls with dead bodies and foreign illegal aliens. They don't even really need to do that anymore. They just go into the computers, and when they're coding the computers on the computer workers, engineers are going in and writing the coding for the computers, the machines. It's easy to skew it, to weight the machines one way or another. It's real easy to do, real easy to cheat. Look at California's elections. They literally take a month, 2 months to count their ballots. How many do they need? Okay, well, they just keep counting until they get enough to where they get the people they want in there so they can cheat their way in there, keep it fully rigged. It's no different than any other state. Every other state in America is fully rigged, just maybe not as bad as California. Some worse, some not as bad. So, yeah, many people saying Carmelo Anthony guilty. Looks pretty clear, cut, and dry. He didn't take the stand for himself. The Carmelo Anthony trial right now is wrapping up. It's going to the jury. They're giving their closing arguments today, June 9th, 2026. Both the defense and prosecution giving their closing arguments. Then the jury will go and deliberate. It should be a short deliberation. It looks real cut and dry. Carmelo Anthony went there to attract me with a dangerous weapon with intent to use it. And he did. That's just exactly what he did. Cut and dry murder, capital punishment. Only thing that comes next is the capital punishment. They need to kill Carmelo Anthony to make things right with the justice system. It'll all be done by the law, through the justice system, whether it be through rope, through lethal injection, through firing squad. Ultimately, that's what needs to happen now. They need to kill Carmelo Anthony for taking the life of that young white boy, Austin Metcalf. Leave your comments below. Leave your comments below. It's tragic all the way around. You don't like to see it. But that's the only way to send a message to these super predators. We don't have room to keep locking them up. We don't have enough beds. We don't have enough cells in the prisons, enough prison cells, enough beds in the prisons to house all these super predators, these foreign illegal aliens, these black super predators. We don't have room for them. That's the only way. Capital punishment, the death penalty. We'll restore rule of law in America one way or another, whether it's bringing back, make insane asylums great again, stuff all these mentally ill, cross dressing degenerates in these insane asylums, stuff them in there. They got PTSD that bad, instead of funding them, giving them thousands of dollars in VA welfare money to this massive VA welfare grift, PTSD. Stuff all these vets in an insane asylum. Get them away from the rest of us sane Americans. You know, I support our veterans just as much as anyone else, but if they're that nuts, if they've got PTSD, which many believe is just a fake and gay diagnosis to scam the American people of millions of dollars. You know, it's not just Minneapolis and the Somalis that are committing massive fraud. It's not just massive fraud in Michigan with the Iraqis, Afghanis, the Indians. It's not just a massive Somali fraud in Columbus, Ohio. You know, there's massive VA fraud, the welfare grift, massive welfare fraud in the VA. Our troops, America's troops, haven't won a war since what, 100 years. They haven't won a war since World War II. They signed up for that. There hasn't been any draft in what, 50 plus years. They all signed up for that. What they signed up for college. Okay, college. I graduated from college. I'm not crying about now send me thousands of dollars a year in welfare because I got PTSD from going to college. That's what I signed up for. That's what I chose to do. Now money with this PTSD welfare grift. Yeah, massive fraud. It comes in many different forms. It's not just the Somali fraud. We got to get off fraud, waste, and abuse in government. We'll straighten it out one way or another. The two-tier policing. That leads to two-tier policing. And the Henry Nowak, the white George Floyd, Henry Nowak, he can't breathe. They're blaming the migrant invasion in the UK for the stabbing of Henry Nowak. Massive protests in the UK right now. White George Floyd moment. Police help snuff out that white Native American Henry Nowak with their two-tier justice system. Henry Nowak, an 18-year-old college student, white British boy, stabbed to death by a foreign invader, an Indian sheik, Victor Digwa. Can't even pronounce his name. Police showed up and called the 18-year-old white boy a racist and threw him in handcuffs as he bled out on the streets. Anything to not be called a racist. These police officers need to be held accountable. Right here in America, it's not just in the UK. There's two-tier policing, two-tier justice system. A lot of it starts with these judges, these radical activist, feminist judges, foreign judges, non-Christian judges, destroying Christian rule of law, two-tier court system. In Michigan, there's a clear two-tier system. There's the Sharia law court system, and there's the Christian rule of law system. The Muslims in Michigan, the massive Muslim population in Michigan, when they go to court, their rule of law is the Sharia rule of law. They're allowed to have multiple wives. It's not a crime to have multiple wives like it is for the Christian rule of law. It's a crime if you're a Christian and you have multiple wives. They'll lock you away, take your money, take your family, take your life. But if you're a Muslim, you're under Sharia rule of law in Michigan. You're allowed multiple wives. You can reproduce with your women when they become fertile, not when some Jewish 75-year-old lawmaker says they're fertile at 18. That's why they have such big families, Muslim families. They can start reproducing with their women when God says they're fertile, which is much younger than 18 years old. It's when God says they're fertile, not when some 75-year-old Jewish lawmaker says they're fertile at 18 to ensure that you have no kids, to make sure you can't even reproduce with your women until they're after way beyond their years of fertility till they're 30, 40 years old. By then, they're an empty egg carton. Ripple effect. Thanks for that super chat, Ripple effect. Learning the right way, Ripple effect. Keep watching these live stream videos here, Ripple effect. You'll learn the right way. How to hold them accountable. The right way is your way. Ripple effect. I'll tell you the way that's not the right way. The way that's getting you locked up, getting you multiple felonies, getting you on probation. That's the wrong way. That's not the right way. Pretty much you got to lock yourself away in isolation and live your life off the live streams, off the internet, social media, because you become erased and replaced in society any other way. This is all we got left, Ripple effect. I got nothing else left. I've been erased. This is all I got. We're doing the best we can to help inform, help educate others. But before we're completely erased. I've already been erased and replaced on TikTok. Got erased in 2021. Down to Kazoo. I haven't been to Kalamazoo, and last time I went to Kalamazoo, I went downtown, and there was a lot of homeless all around the bus station, around the government buildings. I don't think I published any of the video I had down there from my audits. A lot of homeless down there. We're over there. It was all, there's no parking. You had to pay anywhere you parked. It was all paid, no free parking. I was like, man, they're really trying to keep people out of downtown Kalamazoo. I hadn't been down there in quite a while. Coming down Portage. I haven't been out on the front lines, any audits in a while. It's gotten too dangerous. Too many police seem to, with the two-tier policing, they're not there to protect you. I've learned that a long time ago. Not only are police not there to protect you if you look like us, if you're a white Christian, they actively weaponize their foreigners, their blacks, their super predators, their dealers, their mentally ill homeless. The police weaponize them against auditors and cop watchers. And then when you try to defend yourself, the police come in and arrest you, the white Christian, for defending yourself against one of their black super predators they just sent towards you to harass you, to provoke you. I've been a victim of it. I've watched it. I've recorded it. Police sending their black super predators to harass and provoke the white First Amendment auditor, the cop watcher, the law-abiding citizen standing on the right side of history. Stand up, stand by. Mohammed, Officer Singh, send over Dequarius to harass and provoke the First Amendment auditor just so they can arrest him after he's forced to defend himself against this super predator. So, yeah, it's become quite dangerous when the police are weaponizing the foreign invasion against the Native American. You know, you can't even rely on the police to defend and protect you. Ripple Effect Media says, keep up the great work. That $2 super chat. Appreciate it. I was wondering if my super chat feature even worked anymore, Ripple Effect. I appreciate that. Says keep up the great work. I'm trying. Normally these live streams are in the morning like this. They're not real busy. If you want to get numbers for live streams, you need to go on around 8, 9 o'clock at night. Between 6 and 9 o'clock at night. These morning live streams, they don't get quite the numbers as the nighttime live streams, but I've got to do it when I can do it. And this is some of the only time I've got to their numbers, but hopefully people go back and watch them. Keep them around a half hour long, so maybe people will watch through parts of them and clip them, share them, do what they want with them. People don't clip as many of these. I got tired of everybody clipping and hijacking all my content for profit. People out in California, these Mexicans out in California, in Michigan, Ohio, raping my content for profit. So I've been putting out these videos. They're a little more boring. Me in front of a camera speaking my opinion, speaking current events, trending news and events. People don't want to steal these videos as much. All these foreign illegal aliens don't want to rape my content as much as they used to. Venezuelans in California, Michigan, they don't want to rape my content for profit as much as they used to now that I'm publishing this type of content. It's cutting into all their profits now. They're getting pissed, coming over, leaving their hate comments because they can't profit anymore off raping my content for profit. All these Indians, Mexicans, Somalis. Mount Pleasant, that's not good. Don't want to get arrested up there. Yeah, I stay away from those gambling towns like that. Yeah, I avoid that. They'll get you. They'll get all you white Christians up there. They see you white Christians. They're like, oh, we got to get him. He's got money. He's got money. We can steal out of his pockets. They'll let all the Indians go. Look what happened to Shots out in Battle Creek. He's a prisoner in his own home. He was out auditing, cop watching. Police kept harassing him. They got him on multiple felonies now. Now he's got multiple or at least one felony on his record. He had to do, I think, over 90 days in jail. That's not the right way how to do it. I can tell you right now, that's not the right way how to do it. Picking up felonies, getting locked up. But they were hell bent to do anything to lock him up. They were gonna find a way. That crooked prosecutor Gilbert, he was gonna find a way, any way to lock him up, to silence him, to censor him. I've dealt with that corrupt prosecutor before, Gilbert. He's as corrupt as they come. Gilbertowitz or Gilbertberg. Also got the ICE protest. ICE protest still going on. They're getting smaller. We need mass deportations. We need them now. Police won't do their job. Local police, state police, county, with their two-tier policing, they're weaponized against the white Christian Native American. They're using their ethnic discrimination against white Christians in Jackson, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana. These local, state, county cops, they're weaponized against a white Christian Native American. They're there to erase and replace you to make way for their foreign invaders, their foreign invasion force. They're not doing their job. You think Officer Mohammed, Officer Singh is going to go out there and arrest his family member? Abdullah Ahmed? No, he's going to go out there and arrest you, the white Christian, Native American, Robert, John, Edward, William, Henry. These traitor cops out there, like in Jackson, Michigan, they're out there to erase and replace all you white Christian Americans. Traitor cops like Jason Allison. He's already erased one white Christian. Jacob Austin Hikes. Say his name, Jacob Austin Hikes. From Adrian came to Jackson, Michigan. He was erased by Jackson police officer Jason Allison. Mag dumped into him and then handcuffed him as he bled out in the streets of Jackson, Michigan. Jason Allison, Michael Crucifix, right there with him as he bled out in the streets, as he was erased and replaced. Say his name, Jacob Austin Hikes. And then I just saw another recent image of Jackson police officer Dallas Center attacking another old white guy, attacking some 60-year-old white homeless guy, choking him around the neck, dragging him to the ground. I don't see him doing that to any foreign invaders. This traitor to America, these local cops like Jason Allison, Michael Crucifix, they're out there attacking the white Christian Native American. Just saw another video of them choking out, dragging to the ground a 60-year-old white Christian, not a foreign invader. He's trying to see how many more white Christians he can erase out of Jackson, Michigan. Well, we're going to continue to expose traitors to America like Jason Allison, Michael Crucifix, Ralph Van Heineken. Never did a thing to protect and defend the white Christian Native American. That's why you got to stand up and do your part. Stand up, stand by, all you base chads out there. Get out there LARPing around, exercising your First Amendment rights, your Second Amendment rights. These police, they're not there to protect you. You need to arm up, exercise your Second Amendment rights. Arm up now. Police are not there to protect you. Police will show up and do the police report after you're a bloody mess on the ground after Dequarius just ended you. Police are there to protect Dequarius. They're there to protect Mohammed. They're there to protect Ahmed Singh from India. You try to protect and defend yourself, they're going to arrest you, throw you in a cage, just like Chud the Builder. You've got one of two choices as a white Christian Native American. You either end up like Chud the Builder, you use self defense against a black super predator, use your Second Amendment rights, or you end up like Austin Metcalf. You end up dead and 6 feet under in the ground because you didn't defend yourself against a black super predator like Carmelo Anthony. That's your choice. You either end up dead or you end up in a prison cell, forced to defend yourself. As the police, they're not there to defend and protect you. They won't be. Officer Mohammed, he won't be there. Officer Singh, Officer Ahmed, he won't be there. He'll be right there to handcuff you up as you bleed out in the street like Henry Nowak, like Jacob Austin Hikes. Police handcuff you, let you bleed out in the streets as your culture, your people are erased and replaced. It's only a matter of time. It's right here in Michigan. It's in Jackson. Need to get out there LARPing around on every single illegal corner in 7-Eleven, in Kroger. You see them out speaking Mexican, speaking Indian, dirt, 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 dirt. Call 911 and then record it. Record the police not doing their job, aiding and abetting the invasion. You got to record it. Get their names, get their badge numbers, get their department, publish it for all to see. Make sure people see these traitor cops out there aiding and abetting your erase and replacement. Aiding and abetting the great replacement of the Christian, white Christian Native American. Got to do your part if we're going to take this republic back. I don't know if you can vote your way out. Good luck. Remember, you only have two choices. Get out there, protect and defend yourself. Don't be another Austin Metcalf. Try not to be another Dalton Chud the Builder. Become a victim of the two-tier justice system and its ethnic discrimination against whites. So yeah, let's wrap this live stream up. We're talking on this June 9, 2026 YouTube live stream. We're talking the Carmelo Anthony trial. Is Carmelo Anthony guilty? We talk about Henry Nowak and two-tier policing. We talk some about the ICE protests continue. We're going to wrap this video up, and that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe for police accountability, civil rights education, YouTube videos. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for those super chats, Ripple Effect Media. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Smash that like tab, smash that subscribe tab if you're new here. So thankful, so grateful for each and every one of you joining us here on these YouTube live streams. On the Freedom Podcast, I'm your host, Justin Mack with McDermott Media. Go follow us over on X, Facebook, Instagram. You won't find us on TikTok. I got erased and replaced off TikTok in 2021. There's over a dozen Freedom News Now channels that they're allowed to have a channel and use all my content, but the original content creator, I'm not allowed. Got all these foreigners from Islamabad, Pakistan, stealing my content for profit. But TikTok won't allow me to have a voice over on the largest social media platform in the world. I've been erased and replaced as a white Christian Native American over on TikTok. You're banned from having a voice. You've been erased and replaced by dozens of foreigners from Islamabad, Pakistan. And on top of that, they brought them all over here. What was the point of 20 years in the Middle East, fighting a war over in the Middle East for 20 years if they were just going to bring them all over here by the millions and flood our communities with these sub 70 low IQ retards? Dump them off in your communities, your public schools, and want them to assimilate. They can't assimilate. They're never going to assimilate. What was the point of being over there fighting for 20 plus years? We're just going to bring them all over here by the millions. Need to get every single one out. They all got to go. Got to do your part. Got to stand up, stand by. Make sure you go check out that new video we published. The Legal Shield, how to record police without getting arrested. I'm going to wrap this video up, and that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe.